Alright, what's going on, everybody? It's Matt Abong with NazFight Media coming at you guys with another video. You guys already know what time it is. It's time to bring on that boxing. Today we're going to be talking about KSI. You got a big win over FaZe Temperrr. It was a good fight. Interesting night of boxing. They had a lot of influencers. You know, it was a very much of a spectacle, so to speak. You know, it wasn't so much a lot of boxing. It was a lot of, you know, there were female fighters who are, you know, content creators, and they went out there, you know, boxing. It was entertainment for the fans, to be honest. It wasn't really much technique in a lot of these fights. It was more so who lasted longer and who had the slightly better training and conditioning. But, you know, going to the main event, KSI and FaZe Temperrr, it was a very short fight. KSI, you know, I talked about this fight, you know, breaking it down before it happened. You know, in my prediction video, I said that, you know, FaZe Temperrr, he would have to be really cautious in the beginning, which he wasn't. It's just a lack of experience, lack of, you know, ability to actually box. Didn't move his head at all. You know, he kept the distance well, but he was very stagnant. His feet aren't too quick. He kept his hands, you know, he used them more for distance, less, you know, to protect himself, which did him a disservice. KSI caught him, you know, threw the right hand, then came back with the left, landed it, and that's all she wrote. KSI, you know, very powerful guy. Not the most technically sound fighter, but he definitely has power in both of his hands. He actually knocked out, you know, FaZe Temperrr with the left hook coming out. You know, it was a swarm of punches. He came with the right hand, threw the left hook, boom, it was over. You know, that was the end of the fight. And you know, KSI, he makes everybody worry about the right hand. You kind of forget that he has a left hand, and he showed that fight. In terms of who he's going to fight next, everyone's saying, you know, fight Jake Paul next, but apparently he's not. He wants to fight another, like, maybe like a Tyron Woodley kind of fighter. Obviously the Dillon Danis fight, you know, that all fell through. But I think that, you know, I think he should fight Jake already, to be honest with you. There's not much that people really want to see besides the Jake Paul fight. He's probably going to take like a Tyron Woodley, or one of these other, you know, not technically boxers, but within the MMA world. So to kind of get that credit, you know, I beat a fighter, something along those lines. Maybe a Tommy Fury. Who knows if he even, you know, signs a contract and you know, writes his end of the deal, whatever you want to say, does his part. So we'll see what happens. Obviously, I'm not saying that KSI beats Tommy Fury, but he definitely has a chance. Tommy Fury's not the best boxer in the world. But in terms of a Jake Paul fight, I like Jake Paul next for KSI, just because, you know, it's a lot of build-up, but everybody wants to see the Jake Paul fight, and I think it's basically as big as it's going to get, to be honest with you guys, because, you know, Jake Paul, KSI, they have this history of, you know, KSI beat Logan Paul, Jake's older brother. So Jake's trying to get vengeance for his older brother, but KSI's now in cahoots or business partners with KSI. They have their drink prime. You know, Logan Paul, KSI, they're business partners. So it's a touchy situation in terms of, you know, who Logan sides with. I think Jake still probably has that edge. I don't know what they would do with the weight in terms of, you know, do you make Jake Paul lose weight, come down to like what, maybe 180, 190 or something like that, make him cut weight, and so that KSI kind of has that advantage where he's comfortable in his weight and kind of makes Jake suck down a little bit. You know, that could be a smart thing for KSI to kind of apply and use in terms of, you know, getting the contracts done, getting the fine lines, the nitty gritty details of the contracts. He has to make sure that he has a big advantage because Jake, you know, he's been more active, he's had more opponents, more credible opponents, and I think that right now, I think that Jake's definitely going to come in as the favorite when the betting odds come out. I think KSI, very entertaining guy. He definitely has power, but it's going to be more of a technique issue. When he gets hit by Jake, how does he react? The same thing for Jake, how does he react when KSI maybe lands a punch? If KSI can land a punch, obviously Jake's, you know, gotten a lot more technically sound. I think Jake's more fundamental, you know, as a boxer, and has progressed a little bit more than KSI. He's naturally bigger, so when there's a hungry and very talented fighter and all else equal except size, you got to go with the bigger fighter. So I'd probably go with Jake right now, to be honest. That's probably why I think KSI agrees, so I think that's why he kind of wants to get another fight in, just to make sure that, you know, everything, all the tools are sharpened so that he could attack that monster in Jake Paul. Obviously, a lot of people hate when I break down these fights, but you guys have to remember that these are fights that people are going to tune in for. Whether or not you think it's real boxing, I think it's more of a spectacle than boxing, but it's within the realm of the combat sports world. Boxing media is going crazy for it. So Jake Paul and KSI, that's a mega fight. A lot of people are going to tune in. Boxing fans are not. So let me know in the comments who you guys have. I'm taking Jake Paul as of right now, but who knows what could happen. It was a tremendous performance from KSI. We'll see what he does next, but I'll catch you guys later. Let me know in the comments who you got, Jake Paul or KSI. Let me know, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.
That's going to do it for another Naz Fight Media video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. It's been your boy, Matt Nabong, with another video. Hope you guys enjoyed it all. Thank you guys for the constant support. Salute to y'all always. It's been your boy.